everybody! Say hello to Liz from New Ontario Brewing.
Hi!
What be going down, people of the world? Redbeard here with Liz from New Ontario, coming at you from the New Ontario Brewing Company here in North Bay, Ontario. And we are going to share a little squeaker of their Steerman's Sweet Stout that unfortunately you can't come here and buy because this is like all they have left.
Literally the last bottle.
They were nice enough to save just this so that I am able to review it. So let's crack her open. See what we've got. I probably should have poured yours first. That's true. You know what? No,
that is mine.
There we go. I was gonna say I'll just give this one to you. That works. There you go.
Thank you.
This stuff has such an awesome smell to it. That roasted kind of, it's a milk stout, so it smells so good.
Yeah, super sort of chocolatey.
Yeah, the chocolate
roasted,
kind of, maybe a
yeah.
little bit of coffee in the smell.
Yeah, definitely.
Let's give her a shot. I love it. I love this beer.
Yeah, you're probably really sad to see it go.
I am. Not gonna lie, this is definitely not the first one I've tried. I'm probably part of the reason that they have none left. Because yeah, this is probably, this and the Frisky Pete's, definitely my two favorite New Ontario beers that I have had, for sure. It's delicious.
It is.
So much yummy. So all I know about milk stouts,
Getting super Canadian.
milk stouts are that they're sweetened with lactose, which is milk sugar kind of stuff. But Liz, she's actually the general manager here at New Ontario. I don't think I said that. She's basically their chief science officer person too. She's like, I don't know, who is the?
I believe
it wasn't Bones on Star Trek. Was it Spock? Was Spock the chief?
Yeah,
There we go.
yeah,
She is New Ontario's Spock, right here. What makes a milk stout a milk stout?
Well, obviously it is using lactose, which is a sugar that comes from milk. But the reason we use lactose is because it's one of the few sugars that yeast can't break down. So most other things that you add to beer, the yeast will break it down, so you won't necessarily get any of the, I guess, flavor or sweetness from it. Whereas lactose can't be broken down by brewer's yeast, and so it leaves like a residual sweetness to the beer.
Education. There you go.
That's why it's always good to have a beer nerd in hand.
Yeah. If anyone's a little freaked out, Liz is from Australia.
Yeah.
Just in case anyone's wondering. She likes snakes. She likes to eat snakes. Apparently that's the running joke around here.
And spiders.
Yeah. That's all they live on in Australia. Snakes and spiders. There's nothing else to eat.
Yeah, it's pretty harsh.
Yeah. Currently at the brewery, their selection's a little limited. They have Bear Runner Blonde, the Tree Topper Red, Clothing Optional IPA, which is going into cans right now. That sound in the background. Yeah, so that's going to be the next review I do, probably coming up later this week.
Awesome.
And they also still have Twin Monocle, and on the way,
our next quite exciting seasonal beer, which will be another one in the Voyager series, so in the pop top bottles, is going to be, it's called Red Robin's Sumac Sour, and it's our first sour beer, which is a pretty exciting step for a new brewery, sort of going from, using one, obviously many strains, but one type of yeast to make your beer, to just throwing a little bit of funky, weird things in there. So for this beer we did I guess we'll probably do a review on it when
oh, for sure.
Yeah, but we did use a kettle souring process, which is, I guess, the simplest way to do it, and yeah, it's been sitting in the fermenter for a while, and we added cranberry juice to it as well to give it a nice tart flavor. Yeah.
Very much looking forward to that.
Yeah, me too.
And then I believe after that, there's gonna be we're calling it a triple IPA that they're kind of brewing in honor of the original New Ontario brewery burnt down roughly 100 years ago, and they're brewing this Centennial IPA to commemorate that event.
And also our first birthday.
That as well.
Yeah.
New Ontario is going to be turning 1 year old
On September 23rd.
September 23rd, so
Yeah.
this month. That's pretty exciting.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
It's only September.
That's awesome.
It's still August.
And like, you're doing well. You're doing well. You know what we can do right now as well? Why not? This could be fun.
It's going to
Liz can take us on a little tour of the brewery.
I would have cleaned better.
It looks fine. It's a brewery. Things get spilled, messes get made. This place is actually kept very, very tidy, in my personal opinion anyway.
Cool. Well,
Right.
this is where it all starts. These two beautiful stainless steel tanks here.
Get up here and get a little look into them and stuff. See that there's nothing really going on right now in there.
No magic is happening. But this one is where the grain goes in at the very start of the process. So it's milled grain, and it sits in hot water. You know, temperature depends on the sort of beer that you're making, and then that water then gets transferred to this kettle. So it is a sweet water at this stage. All the sugar has been extracted from the malted barley. And then this gets boiled for an hour, and hops get added at various intervals during that boil. Then it gets transferred to one of these fermenters. In the process of getting transferred, it gets cooled to 20 degrees, and yeast is added at this stage. And then the yeast just starts fermenting. So it bubbles away really vigorously for about 3 or 4 days, and then it sits in there for a few days after that, just so that, I don't know, any byproducts are consumed as well. And then it gets transferred into these tanks here. And this is where the sort of clarifications occurs, and then carbonation. So the yeast is then prepared for packaging, and then we keg and can directly from these tanks.
She's so wise.
The fastest summary of the beer making process I think I've ever done in my life.
Hey, I thought it was quite succinct, to the point.
I could just waffle on for a lot more. Which is
Yeah,
what I'll be
probably.
doing tonight when I do my brewery tour.
Yeah, if you call up to the New Ontario Brewery, I don't know, I'll put their phone number like here somewhere
Oh god.
in the editing process for you. They do tours, so you can come and get a guided tour from this incredibly knowledgeable little person.
Yeah. Wait, did you just call me a little person?
No, I didn't. You're giant.
Yeah, we also do free samples, so you can pop on down, try our beer. Yeah.
They do make good beer. Very
For
good beer.
all of your viewers in North Bay.
Yeah, there's a few.
Okay.
There's a few. There's a few. And if you're not from North Bay and passing through North Bay at any given point in time, and you don't stop in here, then in my opinion, you're a fool.
Yeah. We are right off the highway, and there are beautiful new signs on the highway that point you in our direction.
Do you have those signs now?
Yeah. Have
Like
you
the
seen
blue
them?
ones? Or
Yeah.
Really?
On the 11. Yeah.
I was not aware of that.
Ah,
That's
okay.
awesome.
Yeah.
That is really cool. I was saying to Mike that well, you need to get those. And
Now we do.
awesome. And they're the highway, like, the highway's right over there. So driving by, you see the beer store, drive past the beer store and come here. Better hours than the beer store too. It'll, you get seasick by the tiny wobble in my tripod, I apologize. It is actually still going, eh? It's still wobbling.
Okay, little buddy.
Stop. That didn't make anything better, I'm sure. Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah. We're about ready to kill the Steerman Sweet Stout. Drink number, the last. Absolutely delicious. Right to the last drop. Fantastic stuff. And this is seasonal, so is it going to be coming back next year or something, you think? Or
I
maybe?
think over the winter we'll possibly be doing the last stout we had, the oatmeal stout.
That was before I was ever doing this, so that would be
also a really popular beer.
Yeah, because I had my first oatmeal stout not long ago, and it's not a whole lot different from a milk stout in terms of taste and stuff. Still very sweet and just...
Yeah, they're not overly heavy. Like, I feel as far as stouts go, they're quite approachable.
Yeah, even this, like, compare this, you can't compare this to something like a Guinness stout.
Yeah.
This is lovely. And from me, because it is only in a growler, you know it's going to be fresh. You're not getting anything old. And because you have to come into the brewery to buy it, there aren't ingredients on here because they reuse this, but you could ask anybody here the ingredients and they'd be more than happy to tell you. So, keeping that in mind, New Ontario's Steerman Sweet Stout gets a fucking 10 from me. All the way.
Awesome.
Delicious. Thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you so much to Liz from New Ontario for giving me this opportunity. If you liked the video, then be sure to smash that like button. If you want to see more of my videos, then be sure to smash that subscribe button. And if you got something to say to me, then put some comments in the box down below. But thanks again, and I'll be back with another Daily Drink vlog tomorrow. Peace out!
And scriptures like a priest, drink wine, eat swine, it's a feast. I mean, you and I are on another level. I'm pretty sure you can make a deal with the devil. We can quit the crime life.
That was fantastic. Thank you so much. That was great. That was awesome. I have to come back here and do more on location ones.